Welcome back to you. Nice to see you here again on our channel. The question I have today for all of us is it really necessary to spend more money on an Android tablet in order to get more, especially when the prices only know one direction with the inflation currently? It is going up. So therefore, I looked at some alternatives, and the one I have here is the Blackview Tab 9. So the Blackview Tab 9 will cost you around $180 depending on where you are in the world, of course. But what really got me going and what intrigued me was all the good online review. First off, when you get your Tab 9, it comes with Android 10 and there's nothing wrong with that. The only issue here is it will stay most likely with Android 10. It will not be updated from what I can read online. It's already a case of what you see is what you get. Again, there's nothing wrong, but if you want to have a Blackview tablet that has Android 11, well, then you need to go for the newer option that just came out, the Tab 10, 6 months after the release of the Tab 9. And kind of, if you look at this in a different way, you would have to buy two in order to get an upgrade for the operating system. As for the hardware, it's actually decent hardware. I'm looking at the Geekbench scores here, nothing too exciting, but I have to say it felt responsive enough not to complain about it. However, all of this doesn't matter when you see this. I think this is really accurate. Look, I'm really lucky to have the choice between the Tab S7. Who's your father?
Everyone at Google is sort of like
So glad you are here. Every time I started to watch a video on YouTube, the screen went black. So it's not a case of it just gone dark and nothing happens. No, the video itself was still playing because I could still hear my sound. I could still hear myself talking. I played a video of myself. So the screen went black, the video was still playing, and you could hear talking. So that's every time that's happened when I watched YouTube or tried to watch a video on YouTube. After that encounter, and I tried many times to fix it, but it just keeps coming up with that black screen. So I checked other sources like Netflix to see if that is maybe a major issue. No, it is limited to YouTube. I can watch a Netflix movie fine. The screen itself is full HD IPS panel. As for the speakers, well, kind of okay for the price, I suppose. It's kind of where do you put it against it for $180? What does come in the box is a set of headphones, so you can use that, and it's also okay. And I know this is going to be harsh, but if you want to scare your kids or your spouse, then use the integrated webcam. I was really hesitant. I am actually still hesitant to show you this footage right here, right now. Okay, so change of plans. I'm not going to include the original footage because it looks like I aged by 10 years or beyond that. It's really not usable. I'm so hesitant. But here's what's happening with the camera, right? As long as you have a full light source, and I'm showing you this right here, is full light source coming my way, it is okay-ish doable. As soon as I turn around, the light source coming from the back and you have a bit light coming from the front, you know, wherever you sit in your room, but this is not usable. You can't do it. It's not going to adjust. I know cameras like that don't handle that well, but let me go to a different area where I have a light source here. I have Windows lights coming in, but still, it's just not good enough. So I don't think it's good enough to use for any, well, certainly not for a job interview, but let me know what it looks and sounds like. Peace. Look, I understand there's a budget constraint for many of us, and not everyone can afford a tablet that costs $500 or more. But I also believe the world has changed. Look, we are also looking for something more sustainable, something that we can keep for midterm, long-term, something that is supported in terms of software and security updates. And that is not the case with the Blackview Tab 9 or 10. And it's kind of a case there is no point saving up front if you have to pay more at the end. And beside the flaws, maybe this one is for you, but please make sure you shop around and you go and compare other tablets in the same price sector, or maybe sometimes you only pay $50, only $50 more, but then you get 3 years updates, and then you get security updates and all of this. Especially in the Android world, it is so important to get these security updates. What I would also suggest is when you look at cheap Android tablets in general, make sure you examine the online reviews more than just looking at the 5 stars, because whatever is behind the 5 stars, it will really reveal what the tablet or what this product is actually really about. But hey, that's just me, that's my experience. But how do you feel about cheap Android tablets? Is it a yay or nay? I kind of lean towards more, nay, it's not necessary to have one. Just buy one that gives you the freedom you need, and then you are good to go. But let me know in the comments below. Right now, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.